Ladies and gentlemen, let's get one thing straight from the start. Life is hard. It's brutal, and it doesn't care about your feelings or your comfort. If you want to live a life that's extraordinary, you've got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So today I'm going to give you some brutally honest life lessons, things that might hurt to hear, but will absolutely change your life if you have the courage to accept them. First and foremost, take full responsibility for your life. The moment you stop blaming other people, circumstances, or your upbringing for your situation, you unlock the power to change everything. This is the harsh truth that most people don't want to hear. Nobody is coming to save you. The life you've got right now is a direct result of the choices you've made. And until you fully own that fact, you're going to stay stuck. Stop waiting for someone to hand you an opportunity. Stop waiting for the right circumstances. If you want something different, you've got to start making different decisions. It's all on you. Secondly, embrace hard work over excuses. Excuses are the crutch of the weak. It's easy to point fingers at why things aren't going your way, your job, your environment, your past. But guess what? Nobody cares. The world doesn't owe you a thing. If you want success, you're going to have to outwork everyone around you. There is no magic pill, no shortcut to the top. There is only sweat, sacrifice, and doing whatever it takes to get the job done. So stop whining and start grinding. It's the only path to victory. The third lesson, you've got to face the truth no matter how uncomfortable it is. Truth hurts. It stings, it cuts, and it makes you squirm. But it's the only thing that will set you free. You can't hide from the truth. If you're not where you want to be in life, it's because you've been lying to yourself. Maybe you've been telling yourself that things will get better on their own, or that you deserve something you haven't earned. Cut the crap. If you want change, you've got to be brutally honest with yourself about your weaknesses, your failures, and your habits. Own them, learn from them, and use them as fuel to become better. It's time to stop pretending everything's okay when it's not. Embrace the pain of the truth and let it push you to grow. Fourth, understand that you are not entitled to anything. This is where most people go wrong. They think they deserve something just because they exist. The world doesn't owe you a thing. Your dreams, your success, your happiness, they don't come to you by default. You've got to go out and take them. Stop waiting for the perfect moment because it's never going to come. Stop waiting for the stars to align. It's never going to happen. If you want something, you've got to take massive action and create your own opportunities. The entitlement mindset will keep you broke and stuck. Take ownership of your destiny and fight for it with everything you've got. And last but not least, be willing to sacrifice now for future success. There's no such thing as instant gratification and real success. If you want to achieve greatness, you're going to have to sacrifice things today: your time, your comfort, your immediate pleasures for long-term rewards. You can't keep chasing comfort and expect success to fall into your lap. Success requires you to go beyond what feels easy, beyond what feels good in the moment. You've got to make sacrifices now, and believe me, it's worth it. The person you're becoming will thank you later. Success isn't easy and it doesn't come quick, but if you're willing to sacrifice, you will build a life that's worth living. So here it is, the hard truth: you are responsible for your life. You've got to outwork everyone around you. You've got to face the truth and stop lying to yourself. You are entitled to nothing. And if you want success, you have to earn it. You've got to make sacrifices now so that you can build the future you've always dreamed of. Take these lessons seriously, apply them, and watch how your life transforms. The choice is yours, make it count. The moment you realize that everything that happens to you is within your control, that's when you begin to unlock your true potential. Taking full responsibility for your life means stepping into the driver's seat and refusing to play the victim anymore. Too many people go through life blaming others, blaming their circumstances, or blaming the system for why they're not where they want to be. But let me tell you something, those people will never get ahead. They will always be stuck in the same place, stuck in a cycle of excuses and regret. You are the sum of your decisions. Every choice you've made, every action you've taken has led you to where you are right now. If you're not satisfied with where you are, then it's time to change your decisions. Stop pointing fingers. Stop looking at the world and saying it's their fault. That mindset will keep you paralyzed. If you keep blaming the world, you give up your power to change anything. When you take full responsibility for your life, you reclaim that power. You say, I am in control. If I want something different, I'll make it happen. Let me make this clear. You are the architect of your destiny. No one else is responsible for your success. Not your family, not your job, not your past. You are responsible. The minute you take responsibility for where you are, you take the first step toward where you want to be. That's the real power you have. And the moment you realize it is the moment your life begins to change. You can't keep waiting for a miracle to happen or for someone else to save you. There is no knight in shining armor. The only person who can fix your life is you. Here's the hard truth: you're not going to get anywhere if you keep waiting for the stars to align. Life will never be perfect. There will always be obstacles. There will always be people telling you what you can't do. But when you take responsibility, you stop seeing those challenges as barriers and start seeing them as opportunities to grow. You stop looking at difficulties as reasons to quit and start using them as reasons to push forward. Taking full responsibility means owning your mistakes, your failures, and your setbacks. It's easy to take credit for the successes, but it's much harder to own up to the failures. But let me tell you, those failures are not the end of your journey, they're the beginning. They are lessons that you need to learn in order to grow, and when you take responsibility for them, you gain the power to move past them. When you stop blaming others for your mistakes, you stop repeating them. You stop making excuses and you start taking action. Taking full responsibility means that you make no excuses. You stop giving yourself a way out. You don't say, well, this happened to me, or if only that happened, I'd be successful. The only question you should ask yourself is, what am I going to do about it? Every challenge, every setback is an opportunity to learn and grow. And the only way to truly grow is to take full responsibility for your actions, your choices, and your life. You're the one who wakes up every morning. You're the one who chooses how to spend your time. You're the one who decides whether you're going to get up and grind or stay in bed. You're the one who decides whether you'll take risks and face fear head on, or whether you'll shrink back and let life happen to you. It's all in your hands. Once you realize that everything, your career, your relationships, your health, your wealth is directly influenced by your decisions, you'll understand how much control you really have. But it's not just about taking responsibility for the good things in your life, it's about owning everything. The failures, the mistakes, the heartbreaks, take responsibility for them too. There's no growth without struggle. There's no success without failure. It's easy to point the finger when things go wrong, but when you take responsibility, you accept the power to change your path. You stop blaming the world for your problems and start solving them. And that's when you truly begin to grow. When you take responsibility, you break free from the chains of victimhood. You stop letting life dictate your future, and you start dictating it yourself. The power is in your hands. You are the one who can change your circumstances. You are the one who can create your own opportunities. You are the one who can transform your life. And it all begins with one simple decision: to take full responsibility for everything that happens to you. When you do that, you unleash the true power of transformation. and nothing can stop you. Let me tell you something right now. Hard work isn't optional. It's the foundation of everything you're going to accomplish in this life. You hear people talking about their dreams, their goals, their aspirations. But do you know what separates the people who actually achieve those dreams from the ones who just talk about them? It's not luck. It's not fate. It's not some magic formula that only a select few know about. No, it's one simple thing: hard work. People will tell you about how hard life is, how the odds are stacked against you. They'll tell you all about the obstacles, the hurdles, the reasons why they can't do it. But here's the thing: while they're busy making excuses, someone else is out there doing the work. They're getting up early, staying late, putting in the grind when everyone else is asleep or taking shortcuts. They're focused on the work, not the reasons they can't do it. And that's the difference. You can sit there and complain about your situation, or you can get up and work your way out of it. Excuses are the easy way out. They give you a temporary relief from your discomfort. When you make an excuse, you're telling yourself, it's not my fault, you're pushing responsibility away. But guess what? That same excuse holds you back. It keeps you stuck in the same place, in the same cycle. It doesn't help you grow, it doesn't move you forward. It keeps you weak and prevents you from reaching your full potential. It's the easy way out, and we both know that success doesn't come from taking the easy way out. But here's what hard work does. It builds character, it teaches you discipline. It forces you to grow in ways you never thought possible. When you decide to put in the work, you're not just working on your goal, you're working on yourself. You're strengthening your mind, your body, and your spirit. You're learning how to push through the pain, how to deal with failure, how to keep going when everything inside you is screaming to quit. Hard work turns you into someone who can handle whatever comes their way because you know you faced challenges before and you've overcome them. And don't mistake hard work for just putting in hours for the sake of it. It's about putting in smart, focused, and relentless effort. It's about waking up every day and giving your best no matter how you feel, no matter the circumstances. It's about making sure that every task you do, every step you take, moves you closer to your goal. It's about sacrifice, about pushing past the distractions and the temptations to take the easy road. It's about making hard choices, choosing progress over comfort, focus over diversion, effort over ease. You won't always feel like it, but you do it anyway because you know the result will be worth it. We live in a world that loves shortcuts. We live in a world where everyone's trying to find the fastest way to success. But success isn't fast, it's a journey. It's a grind. It's about waking up every day and doing what needs to be done, whether it's glamorous or not. It's about the long hours that no one sees, the sweat, the pain, the failures, and the determination to rise again. Success isn't built on luck, it's built on consistent hard work. The truth is, there will always be a reason to make excuses. Life will throw obstacles in your way, some big, some small. But don't you dare let those obstacles stop you. Don't let them become your reason to quit. There will always be a reason why you can't get started, why you can't keep going. But when you embrace hard work, you don't see obstacles as barriers, you see them as opportunities to prove to yourself just how badly you want it.
People who achieve greatness don't wait for things to get easier, they get stronger. They understand that the road to success is paved with hard work and sacrifice. They understand that there's no magic formula, just pure, relentless effort. So the next time you think about making an excuse, think about this: the world doesn't care about your excuses. The world only cares about the results you deliver. Are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to fight through the tough days? Because that's what separates those who succeed from those who don't. hard work isn't about being the smartest, the most talented, or the luckiest. It's about showing up when you don't feel like it. It's about giving your best day in and day out, no matter what. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when it feels impossible. That's how you win. So stop making excuses and start putting in the work. That's where your power lies. That's where your future success lies. And trust me, the reward will be worth every single bit of effort you put in. You know, one of the hardest things in life is confronting the truth. We live in a world that often tells us to hide from it, to sugarcoat it, to deny it, or to distort it so that it's easier to swallow. But the reality is this: the truth is not something you can run from. And if you do, it will only catch up with you sooner or later. The truth, no matter how uncomfortable, is the key to growth, to progress, and ultimately to success. Let me tell you something. The truth is uncomfortable. It's inconvenient, it's painful, and it might even shake your very foundation. But it's also the one thing that will set you free. You can lie to yourself all day long, but those lies only keep you shackled. They keep you from becoming the person you were meant to be. You might convince yourself that you're fine, that everything's okay, that you don't need to change, but deep down, you know something's off. You're not where you should be. You're not living to your full potential. You know that there's more inside you, but you're too afraid to face the truth that's been staring you in the face. Facing the truth is the first step in breaking those chains. It's about acknowledging where you are right now. Even if it's not the place you hope to be, it's about saying, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm going to fix it. I'm going to do what it takes to get to where I want to go. Too many people are stuck in a cycle of self-deception. They put on a mask. They fake a smile. They act like everything's perfect. But inside they're dying. They're unhappy. They're unfulfilled. And it's because they're too afraid to look themselves in the mirror and say, this isn't working. I need to change. I need to do better. You see, the truth is not just about the world around you, it's about you. It's about who you are, who you've become, and who you still have the potential to be. It's about taking a long, hard look at your life and saying, am I really living up to my potential? Am I truly doing everything I can to achieve the success I desire? If the answer is no, then face it. Don't run from it. Don't avoid it. Own it. Because when you face the truth, no matter how painful, you take the first step toward real transformation. Now, let me tell you something that's never easy. It's never comfortable. It's not fun to admit that you've been slacking, that you've been procrastinating, that you've been making excuses. It's not easy to face the truth about your mistakes, your failures, or your shortcomings. But it is the only way forward. You can't fix something you won't acknowledge. You can't change what you're not willing to confront. And if you refuse to face the truth, you will stay stuck in the same place forever. But when you do face the truth, everything changes. It's like stepping out of the darkness and into the light. Suddenly you can see clearly. You can identify what needs to be fixed, what needs to be changed, and what needs to be changed, and what needs to be let go of. You can start making real progress because you're no longer blind to the reality of your situation. You are aware, you are conscious, and with that awareness you gain power, the power to make decisions that align with your true goals and aspirations. Facing the truth is also about taking responsibility. It's about acknowledging that your life, your success, and your future are in your hands. You can no longer blame your circumstances, your past, or the people around you. The truth is this: you are the author of your own story. And if the current chapter of your life isn't what you want it to be, it's time to write a new one. You have the power to change it. But first, you've got to be honest with yourself. You've got to face the truth of where you are, where you've been, and where you want to go. It's easy to live in denial. It's easy to pretend things are fine when they're not. It's easy to make excuses. But it's not until you face the truth that you can break free from the chains that have been holding you back. It's not until you admit the truth to yourself that you can start making decisions that will move you closer to your dreams. Because when you face the truth, you don't just accept your reality, you change it. So here's what I want you to take away from this: the truth will hurt. It will challenge you. It will demand more from you than you're comfortable with. But it will also set you free. It will push you to become the best version of yourself. It will force you to confront your weaknesses and turn them into strengths. And once you face the truth, you will never go back. You'll be unstoppable because you'll be living in alignment with who you truly are. So face the truth today, no matter how uncomfortable it may be, and watch your life begin to change in ways you never thought possible. You are not entitled to anything. Let that sink in for a moment. The world doesn't owe you anything. The sooner you come to terms with this reality, the sooner you can start making real progress in your life. No one owes you success, happiness, or a perfect life. You weren't born into this world with any guarantees. Life isn't a gift that's handed to you just because you exist. It's a challenge, a battleground, a test. And you don't get special treatment just because you've made it this far. The truth is, entitlement is a trap. It's a lie that keeps you stuck, keeps you small, keeps you from reaching your full potential. When you feel entitled to something, you stop working for it. You stop putting in the effort, the hours, the grind that is necessary to succeed. You start expecting things to come to you without understanding that you have to go out there and take them. You think that because you want something, it should just appear in your lap. But that's not how the world works. Success doesn't just show up because you think you deserve it. You have to fight for it, sweat for it, bleed for it. It's a battlefield out there and everyone is playing the same game. So when you sit around waiting for life to give you a break or waiting for someone to hand you a handout, you're wasting your time. The world isn't interested in your excuses or your feelings. It doesn't care about how hard you've had it. If you want something, you've got to work for it. No one's going to give it to you. People who achieve greatness understand this. They understand that nothing in this world is guaranteed. No one is promised wealth, success, or happiness just because they exist. They know that every inch of progress, every moment of success comes from their own hands, from the blood, sweat, and tears they've invested. The greatest achievers don't sit around complaining about what they don't have. They look at what's in front of them, they take action, and they make things happen. When you expect the world to just hand you what you want, you are robbing yourself of the greatest opportunity for growth. You are denying yourself the chance to develop the resilience, the strength, and the character that come from struggling, working, and fighting for what you want. Every obstacle you face, every hardship, every failure is a lesson. And if you learn to take that lesson, learn to use it, then it becomes fuel for your journey. If you believe you're entitled to something, you miss that opportunity for growth. You miss the chance to step up and prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever thought possible. Life is about creating opportunities for yourself. It's about showing up every single day with a relentless mindset, with a willingness to do whatever it takes to get the life you desire. No one owes you success. No one owes you happiness. But the good news is you have everything you need to earn it. Your success, your dreams, your goals, they're in your hands, not in the hands of anyone else. You have the power to take control, to seize what is yours. But it's up to you to take that first step. So stop sitting around waiting for life to give you what you think you deserve. Get up. Start working. Start making things happen. The world isn't going to hand you success, but it will reward you when you put in the effort, when you prove yourself through hard work, perseverance, and a willingness to never give up. Don't wait for life to give you a break. Create your break, and never, ever forget this truth. You are not entitled to anything, but you are capable of everything. Stop living your life with the mindset that you're owed anything. The world doesn't owe you success, happiness, or an easy road. But what it does give you every single day is an opportunity to rise, to work, to fight for what you want. You're not entitled to anything, but you have everything within you to earn what you desire. It's not about waiting for someone to hand it to you. It's about going out and taking it for yourself. So stop complaining, stop making excuses, and start taking action. Build your life, build your success. And most importantly, build your character. Because when you realize that you are the architect of your own destiny, that's when the real transformation happens. Get to work. Your future is waiting, but it's up to you to make it happen.